passes at 72, so the highest amounts of snow will be higher as you go up the mountain. It's a water collection system that they desperately need to get these big snowfall totals, and they could see up to 4 feet of snow. In the middle of the country, we're looking at warm air, mild air. This has been here for a while, but watch it spread east and know that Minneapolis, Madison, Chicagoland, you're going to pick up some milder temperatures by the time we get to the weekend. Very un-December-like weather. Now, where it looks exactly like December, that's the Northeast again today. So even if you're not getting snow out of Damon during the day today, you are getting its cold air. That low continues for another day to spiral right here. So grab the cold air, spin it around with some clouds, some wind. It'll drop its snow. Western New York State, a little bit more in Pennsylvania as well. Vermont, New Hampshire, you'll see some, but that cold air goes all the way to the coastline. Syracuse broke a daily record for snowfall yesterday, just under a foot at 11.8 inches if you wanted to be specific. That was more than enough to ruin the entire day for anyone who was on the roads, even shut down I-81 as a result. Our Jim Cantore is live in Syracuse this morning. Jim, when we were watching yesterday, we saw those trucks starting to slide and go sideways on the roads. With 2 inches an hour, there was no doubt they had to close that.
Yeah, and the problem was the city schools here in Syracuse didn't do the delay like everybody else did, so they were out in that, Sam, unfortunately, and that caused the problem. This morning, everybody, including the city, is on delay. And you mentioned the 11.4 at the airport. Well, here we got about 15 inches downtown, so it's knee deep. So some great snow, a little bit wetter than what they're used to here across central New York. All right, let's go ahead and start this thing. Starting off with the water vapor imagery, I want to show you this mature cyclone in the Northeast. Just an awesome looking cyclone here when you look at this thing. The warm air coming up off the Atlantic, this huge area of ascent or up, rising air motion, giving all that precipitation. Of course, around the backside of that come these bands, which we will deal with today. We will deal with these again today. There's one of them just to our east. Look. Here's the radar close up, coming along Interstate 90, heading toward the west. Probably getting heavier snow here in the Syracuse area as we go through the next hour or so. It probably within the hour, I think, is actually going to arrive. So it's not too far away. Let's check out the cameras right now. We're going to look at Interstate 90 and Interstate 81. And I want you to take these full, Angie, because I'm going to have to go up and see exactly which ones we're looking at here. Let's take a look, first of all, at the first camera that we got, and we'll let you know what's going on. This is 81, and you can see it's much improved. By the way, last night they had to actually close down the northbound side of Interstate 81 north of Cicero. Yesterday, the big deal, the big 5-hour delay was from the 481 all the way down to the Tully exit where the tractor trailer jammed up, which is exactly what Sam was talking about. Now we take you to western New York. Not too bad here from what we see, but there are some heavy snow bands around the Niagara Frontier this morning and also down toward Jamestown, New York. So we've got some issues on the roads. The main warm air and moisture has shifted all the way to the western part of the state. Erie, you're going to be in this today too, down into Pennsylvania. We may even see some snow and whatnot rotate into New York and Boston eventually as this thing kind of rotates around. So it's an awesome thing to see for many. But today, much improved here in Syracuse, but not till after 14 inches of snow in the downtown area. Sam, back to you.
Wow, unbelievable. And Jim, we'll see that snow line up in kind of far western New York State, northeastern Pennsylvania. A lot of folks are still going to get snow out of Damon another day today. So let's tap into this and let's get over there to Mike and Tom. And guys, what have we got left in this storm, and when does it finally pull away? Is it Friday now?
Well, it looks like it's got some teeth still left to it. Before it finally rolls out, though, it's going to be tomorrow before it finally exits New England.
It will be. That band of snow has moved its way westward through Buffalo, going down toward Erie, PA. That stretch is going to be critical today.
So the low going west, now it's got to shoot its way back east. How much have we picked up so far? In some spots, up to 2 feet, Tom. It's been very impressive.
As much as 18 to 24 inches, yes. This is in the Catskills. Cortland, just south of Syracuse, 20 inches. You can see the band of snow now and see how it's working its way westward here through Buffalo down toward Erie, PA. If we zoom in on this, you're going to see this stretch in here. Buffalo now running in the mid-20s for their temperatures, and that, that's going to be difficult for trucks to get through with salt. Salt starts to lose its effect when you get down into the mid to low 20s. So very slushy areas, and the visibilities as well are relatively low in this area, down to 3/4 of a mile at Dunkirk. Mike, this is the area I'm concerned about right here, that I-90 corridor between Erie and Buffalo.
They have actually lifted the tractor trailer ban on I-90, which I'm a little surprised by because it's still snowing quite hard on I-90 right now.
Snowfall rates 1/2 inch to 1 inch an hour. I've looked at some of the webcams. We'll probably bring up one here. This is Blaisdell, the I-90 exit onto the Thruway just south of Buffalo. Traffic is moving relatively well here. Your visibilities are down.
Visibility is terrible.
Absolutely.
So be very, very careful if you're driving in that area this morning. Take a look at State College. We go back into Pennsylvania. It's a winter wonderland here, of course, although things should be winding down for us gradually over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, if you watch this band of snow right here, it concentrates on western New York through about late tonight. And then overnight tonight, this entire system really begins to fall apart. It loses its moisture source. It's well up into the St. Lawrence and most of upstate New York and then into New England begin to wind down snowfall. But not until this area, and I mentioned this before, that stretch between Erie and Buffalo could pick up another 8 to 12 inches of snow.
And a little last hurrah, Tom, as we go into maybe the Finger Lakes region of New York, up through the White Mountains here, a place like Killington, maybe some fresh snow for them as the system begins to exit. But why it's been so slow this week has been what's known as the Omega Block.
The Omega Block, coming from the Greek letter, we're talking Greek here, Omega, and I'll draw that block in right there. That block slows the systems down. That's why this has been a slow system coming into the west. In particular, Winter Storm Damon has been very slow in moving out.
And it'll be slow today. It'll be slow tomorrow. May not really be until Saturday and Sunday when we can say sayonara to what has been Winter Storm Damon, Maria.
You know, but it's great for the ski resorts. We're going to be hearing from Killington later in the show. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you where you could hit the beach. All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's hit the waves here. Check out this scene. Florida surfers loving the huge waves. Take a look at this. This is off of Palm Beach, Florida. We had gale force winds, though, that over the Atlantic that caused these massive waves to form. Hundreds turned out to watch those hit the water and the action. Check it out, totally tubular. But just keep in mind, the big waves have turned to a rip current risk. So if you are going to the beach, just make sure that you have that in mind. So another look at some of the great surfing conditions. This tweeted yesterday from Florida as they're catching that big, big wave. Here's the setup, okay? We find ourselves bookended here. We've got the big Winter Storm Damon, of course, a huge, massive West Coast storm. Sandwiched in the middle, high pressure. It is dry. It is relatively quiet. And for many of us in that zone, it's also a warming trend here the next few days. It has been on the cool side. Those winds out of the north have been dry, so we have fair skies from Atlanta, Tallahassee into the 30s this morning. Memphis sitting at 37. New Orleans, you'll be at 50 degrees heading out the door, maybe grabbing that beignet. You've got a sunshine, 45 for the lunch hour in Atlanta, but you see sunshine, 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 and there are places that are going to be warmer by the weekend, including Sam, Charlotte, Atlanta, and Miami.
Promise me. Saturday and Sunday in the 60s? All right. The storm we just showed you the incredible pictures of the waves. Well, on the West Coast, it brings rain and snow and bad weather. We're going to check your flight schedule when we come back.
Currently in our area, 48 degrees under sunny skies. Today, plentiful sunshine, high 69. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 49. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy, high 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Snow and ice from Winter Storm Damon, 9 minutes after the hour, right? Am I right with that? And I can't see. Wait a minute. Am I?
Yes.
Exactly. All right. Making travel a nightmare for a lot of places. I-81 shut down near Syracuse. Those two trucks, some drivers were stuck for more than 2.5 hours in that blowing snow. Others nearly ran out of gas. They were just sitting there trying to stay warm anyway.
And you can't blame them. People were growing impatient. In fact, we hear that one woman got out of her car and demanded a trooper move the truck so that she could get home.
Wow.
I can understand.
So that's
that
how
sure.
frustrated they
Very
are.
frustrating. A winter weather travel advisory was in place for Onondaga County through the noontime.
All right. Hey, more than a foot of heavy wet snow been taking the trees down and power lines down in Vermont. That's caused an awful lot of problems there. You still got about, let me just check the number, 16,000 people without power. So let's talk to Scott Rogers, VTran operations manager there in Vermont. Hey, Scott, what's it looking like today, knowing that you guys are getting more wind and more snow?
Well, certainly, we got a little wet, heavy snow overnight, anywhere from a few inches in the eastern part of the state to a foot or more in the western part of the state. And so we've been out in full force trying to keep up with it. It's packing down on the roads. We're trying to get it scraped off. But as you said, more and more the problem is dealing with those trees. The wet, heavy snow is pulling trees down. We're losing power in places. We're just trying to get around and get things opened up as best we can.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the images, and everybody's looking at them at the same time, and I think it's just kind of stunning to see how much snow is on the power lines and on the trees here and weighting those limbs down. So what do you guys, what's the pronged attack here? Are you knocking the snow off the trees, then plowing it off the road? How are you guys out there attacking this? It's got to be taking you forever to get all these areas taken care of.
Well, the biggest problem for us is making sure that if a tree's sagging down, that it's not hung up in wires, and if there are wires there, are they phone lines or power lines? So a lot of times our folks have to wait for the utility company to come and turn the power off, or make sure it's not a live wire, so that we can actually touch it and start to work on it. And then from there, it's just getting it off the road, and we'll worry about cutting it up later.
All right, it's early in the season, Scott. I know you guys know how to do this, but I got to say, those pictures are just kind of wow pictures to see how much snow is sitting on those tree limbs over those power lines. So Vermont getting more snow today. That West Coast storm is going to cause some traffic snarls everywhere, and Anna Rittis is tracking all the travel for us this morning. Good morning, Anna Rittis.
Good morning, Sam. We'll start with the good news for those traveling in and out of the northeastern seaboard. We're not going to see the coastal impacts from Winter Storm Damon that we've seen in recent days. So that's good news for Boston, LGA, JFK, and Newark. They're all running on time. The big travel story is going to be out west. That huge storm pummeling its way into the San Francisco area. We have over 170 cancellations in San Francisco. No delays yet, but it's only 4 in the morning, and 2/3 of the cancellations in and out of the U.S. are coming out of the San Francisco area. Good news, Sam. United Airlines and Virgin America announcing early this morning that passengers can reschedule their flights in and out of San Francisco without a fee, and that offer stands today and tomorrow.
All right, we're going to take a look at all that storm in the west here. Some roads are shut down due to that storm in California. The California Patrol reporting 3 lanes of I-80 north of San Francisco blocked by a big tree falling down. Winds in Lake Tahoe gusting up to 50 miles an hour could cause more problems as well during the day today. A lot of that continues to move inland. The entire state of California looks like a colorful patchwork quilt of watches and warnings. A powerful Pacific storm. Some forecasters are calling it the worst of the decade. Record rainfall in Washington state, some places getting up to 5 inches of rain, causing widespread flooding. In Brennan, signs almost entirely submerged by water. And on the shoreline, wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour, fueling serious swells. Homes along the shoreline splintered, then pulled into the 15 to 20 foot high surf. This storm spreads west and south. The Sierra Nevada mountains could see from 2 to 4 feet of snow, potentially closing critical roads and highways. If San Francisco gets the forecasted 5 inches of rain, it would be the worst storm in at least 6 years. Flights grounded at SFO, schools canceling classes. Wind gusts could top 75 miles an hour in the Bay Area. And we're covering California like we live there. Our team of meteorologists in California this morning include Crystal Egger in Los Angeles with a look at the rainfall totals there. Paul Goodlow and Chris Warner in San Francisco, where public schools are already closed today. Public works officials say it's all hands on deck today. They're preparing for a monster storm that will again move into the country. And Maria, we've already got an awful lot of people showing us pictures from what they've been dealing with on the West Coast.
It helps us tell the story, right? We've gotten a great bunch of video coming in from Winter Storm Damon, which we know is still affecting the Northeast. Take a look at this. This is a viewer that sent us this snow from yesterday in Binghamton, New York. They picked up 6.7 inches of snow. Weather for the birds, yeah, they're getting a nice little meal out of it. About 50% chance for snow this afternoon in Binghamton. Those chances increasing later tonight. Of course, with that storm still rotating, still producing snow in most of New York State. Now, do you have video of Winter Storm Damon or the West Coast too? We'll take it. We want to see it. Text the word Damon to 99000 and you could see your video right here on AMHQ for Winter Storm Damon. Remember, not vertical video, hold it horizontal. It makes a huge difference in how we can present that video and show it off.
Right, I just noticed in the corner of the graphic, even they take the phone and they turn it sideways, because even the first times I was shooting video to send, I was shooting it the way you would normally hold the phone. I'm going to steal your pink
go
phone.
for it.
Big pink phone. I was holding it like that, and so what they're saying is for us, if to use it, if you just just turn it sideways and then shoot it, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, think of a movie or TV. That's how we want to show it.
All right.
There you go.
We've got some images this morning, I think, coming out of Buffalo, because right now we've got some very active live snow. Cold air is everywhere this morning into the Northeast, no matter where you're waking up. If you feel the cold air, this is still Damon today. We've got another day of this storm. Some howling winds, some cold air, and this is where the snow is falling.
I am a patriot, and I want to see this country soar again.
I promise you, I'll give you everything I have.
What's he get out of all this?
I am leading men. I am teaching them. I am giving them a dream. And I am giving America hope.
Foxcatcher, rated R. Now playing select cities.
Some things fall short on quality. And some things are all about quality. Like the Hyundai Elantra. One of 3 Hyundai models to receive a J.D. Power Award for initial quality. Right now during Hyundai holidays, take advantage of our best offers of the season.
Get the Hyundai Elantra for 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 holiday bonus cash.
Omega-3s are one of the essential nutrients to support your heart health. But even with a healthy diet rich in omega-3s, many people don't get enough. That's why I recommend omega-3 supplements to support your heart health.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease.
Scrooge, it's time to show you the future.
I'll show you the future.
With Xfinity, you can record 4 shows at once while watching a 5th live, so you never have to miss a minute of your favorites. Bring power to your presence with Xfinity. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play and save when you bundle your services. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Can you read this for me?
We invited 29 people to test their vision.
I can't read this at all. Here, try Adlin's Adjustables.
Awesome!
You just turn the little wheels.
As you're turning the knob, things just like come into view. I love that you can adjust it for whatever you're doing.
What if I told you they were only $29.99?
Okay, I wouldn't believe you. Call 800-881-ADLENS or visit adlens.com. For $29.99, you can see for yourself, and they make a great gift.
Find out. There's no obligation, and you can receive a decision in minutes. Visit us online at ondeck.com today.
Home improvement improved with the Home Depot Project of the Week. We take you step by step through great seasonal tips and easy to do projects for your home and garden every Saturday morning on Weather Center Live. And for more information and inspiration for your next how-to project, go to weather.com/Home Depot.
Currently in our area, 47 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 69. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Low 49. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy. High 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It is 19 minutes past the hour. Good morning to you in Atlanta. 33 degrees out there this morning, but you're going to be in the 60s by this afternoon with that sunshine. Now, if you're looking for breakfast, check out the Nutella pancakes at Rise and Dine. It's Nutella, sliced banana, sandwiched between 2 buttermilk pancakes topped with whipped cream. Sam, you know I'm a Nutella purist. I just need a spoon.
I gotta tell you, and I curse the day that anyone showed me Nutella. I curse the day because then you want it on everything. Maria just eats it by the spoonful.
That's it.
But
Me in the jar. Me in the jar.
But I truly just want it on everything. All right, here's 3 stories you're likely to share with your friends and coworkers today. Take a look at this image. This is a Worldview satellite showing flooding in Croatia. Well, wait a minute. That's actually the different satellite image. That's a different there. Now you're looking at the flooding in Croatia right there. You can just barely see. If you looked at it from a wide view, you're just looking at pictures dotting in there. That was all water. Digital Globe has chosen the top images of the year, and they're asking you to vote for your favorites. These are pictures that have been shared all across Facebook and also all across Twitter. The images of a big section of water, and then you look down into what it looks like, a beautiful pattern in the water, and it's an oil and gas facility in the Caspian Sea. So many cool images. Just go to the Digital Globe's Facebook page and you can see the entire album of the favorite pictures, those satellite images that we just couldn't believe. And that looks like an exploding volcano right there. Is that what that is? Yeah, okay, so you'll be able to vote on all those pictures. The winning images will be announced on December 19th, and you can choose them, actually. Hey, and if you drive into McDonald's, Mickey D's, and you order that Bacon Clubhouse burger, you may want to order a stack of them right now because it could be one of the things that goes off the menu. You may have heard of this because Mickey D's is taking one of 8, it's just one of 8 items that they're on the chopping block starting next month. They're going to eliminate some of these things. The company isn't saying exactly which items will be cut just yet. It does say that they're looking at all their value meal offerings. They're going to reduce them from 16 to 11, and instead of offering 4 quarter-pound options, you might only get just 1. They're hoping to halt a slide in business because less people, November sales, by the way, the worst decline in 14 years, continuing a 14-month streak without growth. So it's a big change for McDonald's, and they got to do something. They say next year, the company says they may offer a Create Your Taste program, pick your own bun, cheese, and toppings, things like that. So the buzz is what they're doing over at Mickey D's. And what's being called possibly the worst storm in 10 years, anywhere from 6 to 10 years, depending on what city you look at, battering homes on the West Coast. 2 homes washed away in a town called Washaway Beach. The incredible images of the ocean just splattering these homes. The homes then they wash away in the Pacific. Heavy rains will continue in that area, but let's get back into the East Coast storm. 2 dueling storms at the same time, one of them on its way out, but we still have big-time snow coming right now.
Yeah, if you look this morning, you know, around Buffalo or maybe south of Buffalo, Tom, this is now starting to bring back bad memories for people that got hit 3 weeks ago when they got slammed with 7 feet of snow. Now they're going through some, it's not that, but it's back.
It won't be anywhere near as intense, but they're going to see another half a foot of snow. It's occurring at rush hour, morning rush hour, Buffalo down to the south of there. It's really going to impact the roadways.
So you remember they shut down I-90. It was a huge mess a couple of weeks ago. They shut it down again. They've just now reopened it to tractor-trailer travel, Tom, but you're looking at the roadways. You're very familiar with this area. You grew up here. What do you see here?
Well, this is just south of Buffalo on the thruway. This is the I-90 exit at a place called Blaisdell, and conditions have gradually improved here over the last hour, Mike. The visibilities have gone up. You can now see these tree lines. We couldn't see those about a half hour ago.
And but the pavement's visible, it looks like now.
It is, and the roadway is travelable. You can see the traffic on there, and I think the conditions, like I say, have improved here, but they're not out of the woods yet.
All right, so let's walk you through what's going on here, Tom. You look at some of this radar and some of the visibilities. It tells a story.
Yeah, and Blaisdell is right here, by the way, right about there. So their conditions briefly improved. You still have a couple of hours to go here. This area is moving in this direction. Visibility's down to a half mile at times, and it's this I-90 corridor right in there, the thruway, that I'm concerned about.
All right, so we look at the temperatures. Temperatures have dropped down to the 20s in a lot of spots here. You get a little bit colder than this, Tom, and road salt will not be effective.
Yeah, and that's what I'm concerned about there. And again, this is going to be your main area, but look at even back here in central New York where Jim Cantore is, still a little bit of activity that is coming through there on the backside of this huge upper-level low-pressure system.
All right, so our low has kind of moved its way, drifted, if you will, a little bit back farther to the west, but the whole time capsule of this, if you will, came up through New England, then rolled its way gradually back to the west, and look at the snow bands that wrap around it.
Several spokes of moisture that came around the snow band, and now they're translating far to the west. This side was an inside runner storm, Mike, and it brought that precipitation far west.
Yeah, inside snow then, you know, Pittsburgh up to Buffalo, over toward Erie, the heavier snow. Rain, surprisingly for a lot of people up in Maine. But tomorrow, Tom?
Tomorrow, everything's going to wind down pretty rapidly. We'll have a few snow showers left here in far northern upstate New York, northern New England.
All right, we take you into Saturday. A little bit of snow left over for you, especially northern New England by Sunday. Should we say it? Maybe some sunshine coming back?
Hopefully.
Breaking wind and average fleece. Breaking wind and Duluth Trading Shoreman's fleece. Duluth Trading Shoreman's fleece. 3 gust-busting layers. 1 beefed-up fleece. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
The clock is ticking, so let's grab the list and go to town. You don't need a lot of this to make someone feel like that, especially if you give them one of these. Holiday to-dos? Let's get them done today at the one place that can help us bring it all home. That's How to Holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Your choice of these compressor combo kits, just $199.
Earning unlimited cash back on purchases. That's a win. But imagine earning it twice. Introducing the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back twice. Once when you buy, and again as you pay. It's cash back, then cash back again. And that's a cash back win-win. The Citi Double Cash Card. The only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase. With 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
You know what's super exciting about Verizon's Ellipsis 7 tablet on their 4G LTE network? You can stream stuff on the go.
Yeah, like at the airport.
Or at a coffee shop.
Or on a sleigh ride.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Let's go.
Get the Ellipsis 7 tablet at Walmart for just 97 cents. Only on Verizon.
Fact. Fast-acting Advil is designed with an ultra-thin coating and fast-absorbing Advil Ion Core technology, stopping headaches and other tough pain fast. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil.
Many people clean their dentures with toothpaste or plain water. And even though their dentures look clean, in reality, they're not. If a denture were to be put under a microscope, we can see all the bacteria that still exist on the denture. And that bacteria multiplies very rapidly. That's why dentists recommend cleaning with Polident every day. Polident's unique microclean formula works in just 3 minutes, killing 99.99% of odor-causing bacteria. For a cleaner, fresher, brighter denture every day.
Here's a question for you. If every driver in the U.S. kept their car's tires properly inflated, how many gallons of fuel could America save each year? Up to 2 billion gallons? 4 billion? 6 billion? The answer is up to 4 billion gallons. By keeping your tires properly inflated, you can increase your car's fuel economy and reduce its CO2 emissions. Take the energy quiz, round 2. Energy lives here.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done. Insurance, find me money.
I got you $1.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you get to a better state.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 47 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 69. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Low 49. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy. High 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sarah, welcome back into AMHQ, America's Morning Headquarters. The gang's all here, but we're all out there too. Still big storms to cover.
Yeah, we've got a lot of folks out there live today because, like you said, East Coast and West Coast storms. Hey, did you like the chill this morning? Because we had a little cold air this morning.
Loved it. You know what I love? You know, I'm a stargazer. It was crystal clear, crisp, beautiful out there. The moon, Jupiter.
You know, the difference between Maria and I this morning is she was walking to the car like this, not even noticing it was cold. I was like hunched over like this going, it's 33, it feels like 26. All right, let's get in front. Pow, maps on the floor. Hey, maps on the wall. We've got a lot of stories, and the West Coast storm is going to be a big one. And don't just look at it if you live in the West Coast. Watch it today for its effects and the incredible images that you're going to see. But also know that that storm is sliding across the country into the weekend. 3 to 5 inches of additional rain here. San Francisco into Redding. That's one of the wet spots today. It's just going to be like a focal point for all that moisture coming off the Pacific right into Northern California. Going to be a big deal in that area, some of the rain. They've already shut things down, closed things down in that area, so stay with the Weather Channel today. In the middle of the country, look at this corner of warm air swerving up there. Denver. What is it? We were just saying Vail hasn't had new snow in like 9 days, I think, is something like that, 7 days. So not natural anyway. So then you look in the middle of the country with the cool temperatures this morning and know that that warm air is sliding that way. And now let's get to the big East Coast storm. This storm is another day of folks getting dumped on by snow, of this cold air pouring down. And if you were with us live yesterday, or if you were kind of commuting anywhere in the tri-state area, you noticed the temperatures drop during the day, and today is a cold one for you. Jim Cantori is standing out there live. Jim, I got to say, one of the amazing things about being live for the Weather Channel is how people will come to you and just stand there and talk to you. They'll tell you their experiences about the weather that's going on. They'll ask you for the forecast. I love those moments.
At the end of everything, Sam, that will go down as one of the finest moments of the career. No question about it. People brought us food. The guys from Nico's yesterday, from Dinosaur Barbecue, they brought us food. I mean, my crew never goes hungry. And trust me, we appreciate that, guys, when you do that. I'm not saying you have to bring us food. Just come out and say hello. We really appreciate that. All right, we have another band of snow getting ready to pounce on Syracuse. Let me show you to you on the radar here. Probably moderate snow here. Could be a couple of heavier bursts, but it's moving in from the northeast to the southwest. That's the way the flow is around the upper low. It's counterclockwise. So what is going to come at us is going to come at us from the northeast. That's exactly what this band is doing. Even though that's green, this is the high-resolution radar. It is all snow. It is all snow. And as you can see, our visibilities are going to drop here pretty soon. Now, what does that mean potentially on the interstates? All right. Probably not this, like we saw yesterday about this time, where we had probably 2 inches an hour coming through. As a matter of fact, I think I was reading some of the reports where they said that a couple of the snow amounts had 3 inches an hour for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So that's where the big snow piled up, and that's why the big problems here south of Syracuse on Interstate 81 all the way down toward the Tully exits. This was a 5-hour delay. And stick around, guys, because yesterday afternoon we talked to a gentleman on the phone who was in that traffic jam. We are going to bring him here live and talk to him probably within the next half hour or so. That's the plan right now, and we hope that it works out. And get, you know, what's it like to sit in traffic for 5 hours? We know what that's like, certainly for some folks yesterday. Unfortunately, Sam, they didn't delay the city schools yesterday. So one of the buses said, I'm not going to go on the side streets. I'm going to use the major thoroughfares since they're clear. Those kids, some of them, spent 5 hours on the bus yesterday. So 2-hour delays for everybody today, including the Syracuse city schools.
Yeah, and just one of the important things that these towns, these villages in those areas, just watch us. We are telling you exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Jim's out there looking at the snow bands, and then just work everything around your schedule. It's one of the easiest things to do if you're actually watching us, because we're showing you what's going to happen and what's happening now. Now, the neighboring state of where Jim is now, Vermont, is going to get 3 to 5 more inches of snow again today. Now, we heard earlier that's creating some power outages in the state, and you saw those loaded branches laying across loaded power lines with snow. It's good news for places, though, like Killington Ski Resort, and we've been talking about that because the Rockies not getting snow for days and days, natural snow right now. So all the northeastern ski resorts are big smiles on their faces. Joining us now is Michael Joseph, Communications Director for Killington. Hey, Michael, good morning to you. And we're looking at some live pictures in that area right now. Tell me how excited the entire industry is about the double dose hits of snow that you guys have had in many, many weeks now.
Good morning, Sam. Thanks for having me on. We are thrilled with the amount of snow that's coming down. The last time we had this much snow, Jim Cantori was actually here at Killington skiing with us, so you know it's pretty serious.
All right, I'm not sure he was doing live reports. He was just hanging out skiing with you, I guess. All right, you guys are getting another 5 inches of snow today. Now, we see all these western resorts having to make snow. Are you guys all natural right now, or are you still producing some new snow on top of what you're getting?
We're making snow, too. We make snow around the clock anytime that we've got the right temperatures and the right humidity, but we are doing really well with the expansion of natural trails and opening some glades. So we've got a tremendous base all over the mountain, and so expansion is really moving fast.
All right, and we're just watching that snow fall, and we'll continue to tell you the good and bad sides of these storms when we come back.
Toenail fungus? Don't hide it, fight it with new FDA-approved Jublia. Jublia, efinaconazole 10% topical solution, is a prescription medicine proven to treat fungal infections of the toenails. Use Jublia as instructed by your doctor. Most common side effects include ingrown toenail, application site redness, itching, swelling, burning or stinging, blisters, and pain. Fight it! Ask your doctor now if new Jublia is right for you.
Go, 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 go! In the nation, misfortune doesn't take a holiday. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide and we'll replace stolen or destroyed items with brand new versions. Making sure every season is the season of giving. Just another way we put members first. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
Ring, ring.
Progresso.
I can't believe I'm eating bacon-enriched creamy cheese before my sister's wedding.
Well, it's only 100 calories, so you'll be ready for that dress.
Uh-huh.
You don't love the dress?
I love my sister.
40 flavors, 100 calories or less.
How could switchgrass in Argentina change engineering in Dubai, aluminum production in South Africa, and the aerospace industry in the U.S.? At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason over 70% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing.
I've got one shot. Let's go twins right, 24 stretch.
24 stretch, all diamond.
Twins right, 24 stretch. All diamonds on touring.
When the game's on the line,
Hit them with a hard count. See if they'll tip their hand.
the NFL trusts Duracell Quantum to power their game day communication.
They're blitzing up the gut. Get out of the pocket.
Duracell Quantum lasts up to 35% longer than the competition.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to your rheumatologist about a biologic, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira giving me new perspective. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for 10 years. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at work.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 48 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 69. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Low 49. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy. High 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Minutes for the top of the hour. Take a look. 2 wintry scenes here. Your live look at Buffalo on the left in New York. You've got State College, Pennsylvania on the right across from Allen Street Grill. Love that place. Love it. I'm, of course, Penn State grad, but they've got some wintry weather. I think they're gearing up for finals there at Penn State. But Buffalo, you're picking up another 3 to 5 inches today. They've already had 33 inches of snow this month. State College, you're under a winter weather advisory, another 1 to 3 inches today for you.
All right, so if you're out walking the campus this morning, getting ready to go to finals, and you're walking through the snow or the wind, the cold air, send us a Twitter picture. We'll put it up this morning. Winter Storm Damon dumped more than a foot of snow in places like upstate New York. And a shout out as well at Philadelphia this morning. New York, all 5 boroughs, Long Island as well, getting some snow showers throughout the morning and those cold temperatures as well. But let's take you to Cazenovia, about 20 miles outside of Syracuse. That's where our Dylan Dreyer is this morning. Hey, Dylan, good morning. It is one of those beautiful spots. Behind you right now, it looks like a Christmas greeting card.
Doesn't it, though? We found, I think, one of the most beautiful towns in New York State, and it is as gorgeous here as it looks just in the video here. We've got the Christmas lights and lots of snow. We've had about 1.5 feet of snow fall here in Cazenovia, New York. We drove out here from the Catskill Mountains yesterday, and we took more of a northern route, so we didn't have to deal with the dangerous roads that we saw all over New York State yesterday. In fact, I-81, just south of Syracuse near Tully, New York, it was shut down for a time because of accidents and the dangerous road conditions. Overnight, there was a ban of tractor trailers on the New York State Thruway. That ban has since been lifted. But the problem with this type of snow, now that we're running into these bands of light to moderate snow showers like you're seeing over Cazenovia right now, it's the fact that you drive for a little while in fine conditions, and then all of a sudden conditions deteriorate very rapidly. And that's what we're seeing, especially now out near I-90 from Buffalo to Erie, Pennsylvania. That's where we're seeing all of our heaviest snow. In the meantime, as that nor'easter sits and spins and isn't going anywhere fast in parts of New England, we are still seeing these bands of light to moderate snow showers, and they'll still accumulate an inch or two at a time and make the road snow covered very quickly. This road here has been plowed several times, and now it's already covered with snow again just because of this one band of moderate snow that we're in. Sam?
Absolutely. And Dylan, we just need to say, from Pennsylvania to New York and all the way through New England, that's exactly what's going to happen today. You're going to be driving under clear skies, and all of a sudden you're going to drive into a little pocket of snow that's falling. In areas like where Dylan is, it's going to continue to collect. But some folks are going to be surprised by this in that cold air. Now let's get you to a brand new thunderstorm warning in Northern California this morning. I believe this is just outside of the Eureka area, and indeed it is. So we're showing you this line of rain that's moving in, as the National Weather Service has said, for Humboldt, Mendocino counties, cities like Garberville, Redway involved in this until 5:15 Pacific time. We've got damaging winds, and in some cases those winds are greater than 90 miles an hour in that line of bright orange moving through that area. This will continue to move north, and you can see that line of storms coming in from the Pacific. We'll see more of this during the day, certainly, Maria, until we get that storm off the coast.
I mean, that shows you the wind power with this, because you look at it on radar and you're thinking, well, how is that a severe thunderstorm? But it is that wind criteria, just incredible. Now we're going to take you, again, we're talking about that sandwiched area between that west coast system and the east coast. And in the middle, a really interesting weather story setting up, a little bit of a temperature flip-flop. I'm looking at Denver here, and you've got Chicago there, but look at the temperature story for today for those two cities. 59 in Denver, Chicago at 36. By the time we get to Sunday, we flip that around. Denver, you're back down to highs in the 30s. Chicago, you're up and approaching 50 degrees. So we have that warming trend across much of the central U.S., and some of us have been there for the last few days. But there are bookends. There's the western storm. There's the eastern storm. In the middle, you have that high pressure and that jet stream that's pushed way to the north, and that's just been allowing that warmer air to come on in, increasingly a little more humid, too. You've seen those dew points go up. But those highs have been averaging 10, 15, and today, 15 to 25 degrees above the average. Where you see those darker shades of orange, that's where you're approaching that 30 degrees above the average. So incredible warmth for this time of year. Take a look at Yellowstone, 45 degrees, Billings 57, Scottsbluff 60 degrees for today. Even Bismarck approaching 40 degrees, well above average. Rapid City by tomorrow, 64 degrees. But I'm not going to leave Minneapolis out. You're above average at 36, which is cool, but you're going to end up into the 40s over the next few days. So you want to talk about social pics. I want to see the shorts and the t-shirts for your weekend here. 16 degrees above your average at 43 degrees with, again, Chicago getting back up into the 40s. Take a look at these numbers. The next 3 days for you, Denver, into the upper 50s. And then that western storm moves in, Sam. Your temperatures drop and you get snow in the forecast by Sunday.
All right, Maria, we just saw all these wind gusts pick up in New York, so we want to show you that. 33 degrees right now in New York City. We're going to take a look right across Rockefeller Plaza. You can see the flags just kind of standing a little bit, whipping out a little bit straight out. Now, that's wind gusts up to 19 miles an hour right through the city right now. So imagine what it's like funneling through those buildings. It's definitely a breezy, cold day. Your temperature 33 degrees. It feels like 23, which means that wind chill is punishing.
Give the gift of confidence this holiday season. For 4 days only at Men's Wearhouse, get 100% cashmere sweaters for $89.99, non-iron dress shirts for $34.99, plus buy one tie, get two free. Confidence sold here, only at Men's Wearhouse.
Seatbelts, headrests, and airbags help you survive a crash. But if you upgrade your headlights, you may even avoid one. See farther, wider, better. Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin.
Blah, blah, insurance. Person, come help.
No matter how much I loved my mother or my sisters or my wife, none of that mattered because they always came second to heroin. Everything did.
I didn't know at the time the power that the drugs had over him, and I was so afraid of losing him, and I knew enough about B-Hop, and I knew what they could do. To me, it's amazing. It's almost like I wish somebody would pinch me and make sure that, I'm not dreaming.
If someone you know is struggling with drug or alcohol addiction, please call or visit us at interventionnow.com.
Shipping a brown grass bow is, you never Jim Jam River Flap Drive is.
What's Bon's Easy Drink?
Travel Sherwood River Murray.
Hey, Big Bog Panorama Corn Salad Baby. Dude, squibble beds. Mayor Yazy.
Warm-up snack, Jebby Robot Jim Big Dito Flash.
Now's the time to get in the loop. Just look for our fall TV picks with Xfinity On Demand. Quickly find the season's hottest shows with a hand-picked collection all in one place. Only from Xfinity.
Shipping, and even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
We're taking outdoor living to the extreme. The Ultimate Sportsman's Lodge. Take these amazing mountain views, add in some wild neighbors, and you have every outdoorsman's dream.
Look at this view.
It's high-tech, handcrafted, and full of surprises and celebrity outdoor enthusiasts. Tom Brokaw, Huey Lewis, and Jim Belushi. Come inside the Ultimate Sportsman's Lodge. New series, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Great American Country.
Currently in our area, 48 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine. High 69. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 49. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy, high 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to AMHQ. 49 minutes past the hour. I'm Ana Reyes Rodriguez. Time now for a check of your headlines for this Thursday morning. World leaders, including the United Nations, are condemning the U.S. for allegedly using torture tactics on terror suspects. A report released by the Senate Intelligence Committee claims the CIA brutalized dozens of detainees after 9/11. Former Vice President Dick Cheney says the report is deeply flawed. One UN leader, though, is calling for Cheney and other senior U.S. leaders to be prosecuted. Meanwhile, overseas, police in Hong Kong used sledgehammers and chainsaws to shut down a protest camp. They also tore down tents and arrested dozens of demonstrators. Protesters have been angry over Beijing's restrictions on elections. They say their standoff, which is in its 75th day, will continue. If you're trying to get into the holiday spirit, check out President Obama. He called himself a big elf as he and the First Lady delivered bags of presents for Toys for Tots. About 1,000 gifts were donated by White House staffers. The Marine Corps started the drive in the 1940s, and if you'd like to donate, just go to toysfortots.org. Those are your headlines for this half hour. You get a list of drop-off sites, and you can drop off your toy. There are a lot of them in a lot of communities.
It's one of the most amazing things. You see these big, tough, burly Marines, and they're collecting all the toys for the kids. It's one of the greatest moments, and it's one of the greatest things you can do during the holiday season.
Easy to do.
All right, let's get into the West Coast storm because we got this brand new severe thunderstorm warning out right now near Eureka. We've got 90-mile-per-hour winds wrapped in that. San Mateo is actually already getting some power outages. So Mike and Tom, let's talk about what more the storm will offer today.
Well, it's a powerhouse storm, and all you have to do is look at the water vapor imagery here, Tom, and you can see it's a really wound-up low pressure.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, look, you almost have an eye in the center of this curl and this low. You've got tremendous plume of moisture coming in here. And even this stippled area out here, this is a trademark. There's colder air beginning to be ingested into this upper level low as well.
So we've got huge issues here. We've got wind that's obviously a big issue. Rain that's a big issue. Snow that will become a big issue as well. Rain obviously down here in the valleys. There's our severe thunderstorm warning. And Tom, you're definitely picking out the snow now in the peaks.
Starting to light up the peaks with a little bit of snow. The highest peaks right now. And the snow levels are gradually going to drop as we get into this evening.
All right, so blizzard warnings here as we work our way through the Sierra, including around Tahoe. Winter storm warnings as you head farther south, Tom, and then winter storm watches that even go inland.
Yeah, they're going to cut across the Sierra and into the Great Basin over the next couple of days. Right now, it's really mild, Mike. The snow levels...
Amazing, 50s.
Yeah, snow levels are up at 8,000 feet. The only places that are getting snow are these highest peaks of the Sierra. But as we get into tonight, that cold air starts to come in, those snow levels are going to drop.
So how much do we expect our snow levels to drop, and how much snow then as a result?
Probably down to 4,500, 5,000 feet. So I'm looking at 6,000 feet tonight. That I-80 corridor down or past the major transportation arteries at 7,200 feet. By late afternoon, we're going to get into very strong winds and a combination of snow, and that corridor could close later.
And we've already seen strong winds being impact even out towards San Francisco, low elevation, so it's going to be even worse once you add elevation to it. They accelerate.
Absolutely, and we take the RPM model, our computer model here that is just painting the entire Sierra range here with snow. That's in the blue. That goes right through tonight and into the first half of the day Friday. And even after the system moves out Friday, we still have on-shore flow, a perpendicular flow to the mountains producing snow.
So it's a perfect setup to get some big-time snow here. How much are we cranking out here? Easily 2 feet, but some spots may get even more. The highest peaks could get more than 2 feet.
Exactly, as much as 3 feet of snow at the crest, and then that's going to be compounded by the winds. You take a look at the winds here. They're already gusting over 60 miles an hour in the mountains. We're going to see 60 to 75 at Donner Pass, and by later this afternoon into this evening, the winds could be topping 75 miles an hour at pass levels.
So you are already predicting that portions of I-80 will end up being shut down tonight.
I think later tonight into the first half of Friday.
And peak elevation gusts.
Could be over 100.
The Reno Weather Service office saying maybe gusts as high as 100 40 miles an hour. That is just truly mind-boggling. I haven't seen a forecast like that outside of a hurricane before.
That's right.
Well, I saw Tom's email talking about Donner Pass over 100, 110 mile per hour wind gusts. It's incredible.
We're just starting. We're already at 90,
Yeah.
so that's not a long way to go. All right.
And talk about not a long way to go. Ooh, Christmas exactly 2 weeks away, and a lot of you have been setting up those Christmas decorations.
You have. I love the house.
Thank
It's like
you.
white lights all the way around the line. She did a beautiful thing with white lights.
It's cute. It looks like a little gingerbread house.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, I haven't done any decorating yet, but you guys, I know. So show me your heart. Wow.
Oh, wow. Wait
Yes,
a second.
Please. Christmas lights at Candy Lane.
Yes.
That is beautiful. You say that's the best house? Oh, I love it. No. I think it's fantastic. Look at Christmas Tree Lane.
So sweet. You guys are really, really knocking it out of the park.
All right, send it to us at AMHQ because I'm living through your holiday lights, and that's very. I like what you did on each side. With the
Hashtag
big,
holiday lights. Keep them coming.
All right, we'll be right back.
No. Icky germs. That's cute.
By their second kid, every mom is an expert and more likely to choose Loves than first-time moms. Live, learn, and get Loves.
The clock is ticking, so let's grab the list and go to town. You don't need a lot of this to make someone feel like that, especially if you give them one of these. Holiday to-dos? Let's get them done today at the one place that can help us bring it all home. That's How to Holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, save $50 on this Husky Mechanics tool set. Guaranteed forever.
If you've ever wondered how you're going to survive another harsh winter, or stay dry from torrential rain showers, or savor the last warm rays of sun, step inside the Jeep Grand Cherokee and wonder no more. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2015 Grand Cherokee Laredo for $369 a month.
When you feel good, no one is immune. With antioxidants, electrolytes, and B vitamins, plus more vitamin C than 10 oranges, Emergency transforms more than just water. Emergency, let your awesome out.
You know what's super exciting about Verizon's Ellipsis 7 tablet on their 4G LTE network? You can stream stuff on the go.
Yeah, like at the airport.
Or at a coffee shop.
Or on a sleigh ride.
That sounds like fun.
Let's go.
Get the Ellipsis 7 tablet at Walmart for just 97 cents. Only on Verizon.
Introducing York Minis. A bite-sized way to enjoy the full-size sensation of peppermint and rich, dark chocolate. York Minis. Get the sensation.
How to fix plumber's butt. Step 1, identify the problem. Step 2, carefully remove shirt. Step 3, put on a Duluth long-tail tee. Step 4, double-check your work. The Duluth long-tail tee, 3 inches longer to keep you covered. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
I think everyone I knew growing up had a Lazy Boy recliner in the house. We'd be watching cartoons or whatever, and if Dad came home, boom, out of there. That was the dad chair. So it's funny that my family's favorite place to sit is made by Lazy Boy too. Seriously, the sofa, the love seat, all this. Good luck kicking me out of my Lazy Boy furniture now.
Unbelievable deals, unrivaled quality. Don't miss these savings.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
You know what's gone? Kevin? The aspartame in You'll Play Light, they took it out.
Oh, yeah. It is gone.
What's wrong with Kevin?
You'll Play Light with 90 calories. Smooth, creamy, and now aspartame free.
The wildest weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 48 degrees under fair skies. Today, plentiful sunshine, high 69. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 49. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy, high 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Good morning. That's your local weather on the 8s. We're glad you're with us this morning on AMHQ. Your amazing Thursday starts right here. Winter Storm Damon dumping another 3 to 5 inches of snow. And this is snow not just in the snow belt areas, but we're seeing it move through Pennsylvania, move through New York State, into Connecticut as well. So as you're headed out the door this morning in the Northeast, pause for just a minute till we can show you these radars. More than 3 inches of snow could fall in a lot of locations today. We're looking for another foot of snow. Storm Tracker Jim Cantori is out there. We've got it all for you. In the Pacific, it's a powerhouse storm. Already 90-mile-per-hour winds and severe thunderstorm warnings. And we've just started. The strongest storm in the West Coast in 6 to 10 years, depending on what city you're talking about, whips up waves that have already wiped out 2 homes along the coast of Washington State. So wait till we show you what's ahead for this storm. More than a foot of snow in that one as well. And it doesn't feel like December in the middle of the country as you're waking up this morning from Bismarck, curving all the way into Texas, into Dallas, and then into the deep south areas of Texas. We're talking about temperatures more than 30 degrees above normal. That may change a little bit in some areas by the time we go through the weekend. Salt Lake City hitting a record high in the 60s by the time we get to Sunday. Let's get to the big picture. And there it is, that giant area of high pressure in the middle of the country. Gorgeous looking skies, but look at both sides. The Northeast still having problems with Damon, and I mean all the Northeast. Don't just think we're talking about Buffalo snow here. A lot of places will have some trouble today with cold air and snow. And then look at this. It's like taking a fire hose, connecting it in the middle of the Pacific and pouring this rain all the way through the coastline of California. The waves are responding to that energy as well. So it's rough on the shoreline, tough rain inland. Throw that up into the mountains and you're getting snow. 8 to 24 inches, that's conservative. High elevations will come in with 4 feet of snow in these areas. Now get into the middle of the country where it's warm and dry. Texas, start working that all the way up, as we said, through Bismarck today. Then start to take that a little bit east over the next couple of days. St. Louis, Kansas City, Des Moines, Madison, Chicago, you'll get into milder temperatures as well as the warmth starts to spread east. And one place where it looks like a Christmas card is extreme northern New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, on into Maine. Beautiful snowfall, but it's really a problem on the roads when you get 2 inches of snowfall an hour, and we're getting some of those totals going in today. The rest of the places, even along the coast that don't pick up a lot of snow, 5 to 10 degrees colder than normal. That's Damon. Let's get to Jim Cantori. Jim, you're underneath all of that this morning, and it's the bands of snow. We're seeing this set up in places like Pennsylvania that seem so far away from this low, but a lot of folks are going to be driving through these bands today.
The only saving grace, Sam, as we have is that the storm is occluded now, so it doesn't have the same intensity that it did, except for the stuff that's going on in western New York and certainly down toward Erie. That's where the big moisture axis is right now. But you're right, we're going to get pockets of snow like we're getting here around Syracuse. This one weakened a little bit as it's moved down across, kind of split a little bit, but still, you can see the snow's down. You can see the roads, again, got just a little grease on them. Big difference, 31 yesterday, 28 today. All right, so that snow is going to have a lot more chance in sticking on the roads than it would otherwise. All right, let me show you the radar here. You can see what's happening. Again, green does not mean rain. In this case, it's a high-resolution radar, so it's actually going to show you what's going on in terms of the snow. And it's, you know, again, kind of split around us, and it's mostly on the light side and through here. But what we've got, again, on Interstate 81 is some issues there. I think, let's see, exit 22, the right lane of exit 22 is closed right now because of a crash, we understand. So this is not necessarily heavy snow coming down there on Interstate 81, but exit 22 around Syracuse, Interstate 81 closed on the right lane, only the right lane only, so you are going to be able to get by. Let's take a look at this camera on the New York State Thruway, go a little bit farther to the east of me here in Rome, New York, and you can see, again, at least you can see the asphalt. All right, but there are, like Sam said, pockets of this snowfall that's coming on down. Sam, we got about 14 inches here. It's a little bit wetter than what they're normally used to here in Buffalo. Kind of just get a little bit out of the way here off the off the sidewalk, and you can see it. It's not bad, though. The cooler air has definitely dried things out. This is our 32nd hour of straight snowfall here in Syracuse. Catherine Proship did the math as you look at the graphic for the rest of the day. By time the snow may end, we could be at 50 hours. Not bad for a non-lake effect event in Syracuse. That's what happens, though, when the upper low gets stuck, which is what it did here and through here. All right, back to you, buddy.
32 hours of snow. Mike, Tom, that's an awful lot of snow.
Indeed it is. Love the pictures. He looks like he's having some fun out there. Huh?
Sure
the light stuff is fun to play in. That's no longer the heart attack snow, but the big snows have piled up, especially, you go into places like the Catskills. Even where Cantori is, it's been a good snow.
Yeah, absolutely. And south of him, they've gotten 2 feet of snowfall. So Damon is a big storm. Part of that has to do with how long lasting this upper level low has been.
So now the question is, how much longer will it last?
Yeah, and I'm looking at another 6 to 8 hours certainly across western New York State. In fact, we're getting into a situation now. We talked about this yesterday where the wraparound from this system here is literally taking the snow all the way back into Pennsylvania. And we're actually seeing snow-covered roads on I-80 down into PA.
Hey, little surprise snow for you this morning in Philadelphia. How about that? Norristown as well. So maybe a heavy dusting this morning around Philly. Shouldn't cause too many issues.
It should not. And with the temperatures where they are, I think you're going to have pretty good travel on those roadways. Just take your time.
You saw the flakes flying this morning in New York. That has shifted a little bit east now. We have snow out on Long Island. Over into Bridgeport and New Milford, by the way, we have snow for you here. It's light stuff. Boston visibilities have improved as that snow band's lifted north.
Yeah, it has. They actually had a little bit of light drizzle in there and some light snow, and that is all working its way northward.
All right, then we take you back into Pennsylvania, right there along I-80. Boy, that's a heavier snow band there, Tom.
That is, and I'm sure we have slushy roads around that region right now. It's not out of the question that we could see some accidents from this because people just travel too fast.
I want to ask Maria, State College. She's a Penn State alum. That's probably like makes her mouth water when she says, yes, I'm going to put in my backpack and I'm going to go to class, right, Maria?
I want to go to the weather center and watch the radar and look out the window.
Exactly, right? All right, so let's take you back to I-90 then and get you into the Dunkirk area in Erie, Buffalo. Heavy snow here.
Yes, and also along what we call the Southern Tier Expressway, I-86 in and around Jamestown. Again, snowfall rates ½ to 1 inch an hour. Take a look here. This is in Buffalo. I think this is Route 33 going into the city right now, and this is the city traffic going into the city. So there's a lot of backup there just because of the time of day.
It is not a fun morning. Damon is still not giving up just yet. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this. Also, we're going to talk about what an Omega block is. Why is it responsible for everything that's happened with Damon? That's coming up in just a little bit, Maria.
Well, interestingly enough, we're feeling the effects in the central U.S. of that Omega block, and it's really having a big impact on the temperature story. Let's take a look. Beautiful shot. Denver on the left, Chicago on the right. Denver warm, Chicago not so much. Well, we're going to have this temperature flip-flop, and we're going to be seeing some warming, really big-time warm-ups in parts of the plains and the Midwest. So let's talk about that warmth moving east from the Rockies to the plains, so you know there's going to be an up, soon to come the down. All right, to temperature flip-flop for today. Denver 59, Chicago 36. You're thinking, what? Well, all is right with the world again on Sunday here because we've got Denver back down to the 30s with Chicago all the way up into the mid-40s. A little hint, a little tease, sneak peek at the Omega block story. We have the bookended storms on the west and the east coast, but in between, that warm air is being allowed to surge to the north with that jet stream pushed way to the north, and that's equaling temperatures for the highs 10, 20, 25 degrees above the average, and in some cases we're getting closer to that 30 mark, which is pretty incredible. Billings into the 50s, Scottsbluff into the 60s today, a whopping 19 degrees above the average. Not going to leave you out, Minneapolis, 36 for tomorrow, but you're going to be into the 40s by the weekend. So I fully expect shorts and t-shirts, Sam, because that's going to continue even on into Sunday in a lot of places.
That jet stream you just showed tells everything. The ridge in the middle of the country with the warmth and the two storms and the dips on the east coast. So let's get to that monster storm hammering the west coast and take a look at the pictures that we've been getting. 15 to 20 foot waves crashing away some homes in Siesta Shores. Now, this is a community in Washington State. Going forward, this storm, well, we've been saying it's gonna create hurricane force winds, already has. Wind gusts of 90 miles per hour. If you consider about 74 as hurricane force, those 90 mile per hour winds in storms that move through Eureka. In California, we have, again, 39 mile an hour winds in San Francisco already this morning, so that's travel trouble. CHP reporting 3 lanes eastbound of I-80 blocked in Contra Costa due to a tree falling on top of a big rig. Of course, we'll have all the live and local reports as you try to get out from East Coast to West.
Currently in our area, 48 degrees under fair skies. Today, abundant sunshine. High 69. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 50. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Nine minutes after the hour. We're so glad you're spending your Thursday right here. And of course, in Minneapolis, well, you've got some more big changes coming. Wow, has this been a December to remember? A bit of a snow drought here. Only 9.5 inches of snow so far this season, 5 inches below average. And there's not a lot that we see coming for you in the future. We've just got some warmer temperatures. In fact, the warming trend really starts to kick into overdrive by the weekend. Our friend standing by the fireplace, Sven Sundgaard, KAR-TV. Sven, it's like you guys are getting this shot of warm air while the East Coast and the West Coast get big-time snows.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry that they're suffering, but it usually is good news for us. It, as you guys are talking about, bumps that ridge up here, and we're looking at mild temperatures. It comes with a price, though. A lot of low clouds and kind of hazy conditions here, so we're not looking for much in the way of sun, but our normal high is about 29 right now. We're already 27 early this morning, and as you mentioned, 40s for the weekend. We get excited about that. We only have an inch or two of some crusty snow cover. It's going to be gone, and as you also just mentioned, next 2 weeks we're looking at kind of nothing around here as far as snowfall.
Yeah, I know, but folks have got to be generally what? Happy about this with the milder temperatures? At least they're not shoveling, they're not snow blowing, they're not moving.
Yeah,
oh, I'm looking at your face and people are missing winter then.
You know, a lot of people live here because of the four seasons, and especially for the holiday season, they want the snow. But I always remind people that even here in frigid Minneapolis, 1 in 4 Christmases are brown. So this is just going to be probably one of those years.
Oh, gosh, Sven, I hope we can pull it out, but we don't have too much time to get you guys the snow that a lot of folks would like to see by the holidays. Sven Sundgaard, we'll keep checking in with you, and we'll just see if you guys get lucky and get a little cold air and snow in the next couple of weeks, Maria.
Well, we have too much of that in other places. Of course, still watching Winter Storm Damon. It's starting to wind down, but still dumping heavy snow in parts of the Northeast. And all of that snow is bringing down power lines, knocking out the power to thousands of people in Vermont. Joining us now from Green Mountain Power is Dorothy Schnurr. And Dorothy, thank you so much for your time this morning. First question, what is the latest? How many people are without power right now?
We have about 18,000 customers who still do not have power. We've been working since Tuesday night.
I feel like this has been quite a winter for you guys already with the power outages. I know this is a tough question, but when are you expecting power to be back on for a lot of them?
Well, you know, we've had 90,000 customers who have been affected, so we've restored power to about 70,000 customers, and it's still going to take us well into Friday night before we get power back on to everyone else with the severe damage we've seen.
And, you know, you say Friday, and between now and tomorrow, there's going to be more snow. What are you guys doing to hopefully ensure that there aren't additional power outages with this next round?
So, well, we can't stop the outages with all the heavy snow coming in, but what we have done is we have brought in line workers from all the surrounding states in Canada. We've more than tripled our normal line work staff, and we have the full company totally engaged in getting people out there, getting power restored, making sure that we're operating as efficiently and effectively as possible, because we know it's tough not to have power when it's cold outside.
Absolutely, and, you know, it's taking that other crews from other states coming in to help you guys. What can the public do if you're watching now and have the power on? Anything that can help you guys quicken the pace back to power on?
Well, you know, we do tell our customers if they lose their power to let us know, because it helps us to know exactly where customers don't have power. And our biggest message is really we ask people to stay safe. There are power lines down, and they could be energized, and so we're always cautioning people, if you see a line down, stay away from it just to be safe.
Absolutely. Dorothy Schnurr with Green Mountain Power, thank you so much for your time, and we wish all the luck to the crews. Hard at work out there. The snow, as we know, is going to continue to fall through at least tomorrow in the Northeast, which obviously is going to complicate some of those efforts to restore the power. Here's a look at the additional snowfall totals that we expect through Friday. And Sam, you can see parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, New England, interior Northeast looking again about 3 to 5 in some cases. But Damon, not the only storm causing problems for travelers this morning, that's for sure. And Anna Rittis has more on that.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning to you at home. The remnants of Damon causing problems. There comes a plane. We're looking at the big board, the big picture, the usual trouble spots across the Northeast. A low ceiling and the wind is keeping you at the gate a little longer if you're traveling in and out of LaGuardia this morning. So grab a coffee, grab the paper. If you're watching us from the airport, good morning. You're going to be there for a while in LaGuardia. Philadelphia, inbound delays of 30 minutes at this point. But look at LaGuardia, an hour and 56 minutes, almost 2-hour travel delays there. The big travel story, though, is the West. In San Francisco, we're seeing over 180 canceled flight, guys, and they've been stacking up as the morning progresses. So it's only what, 6 a.m.? No, 5 a.m. there right now, and we're just about 180 flights canceled. United and Virgin saying, though, that they're willing to let you switch your flight today and tomorrow and not charge you for it.
And do it if you can. If you can swing it, that helps them, it helps you.
Right, because you just don't want to spend the whole day stacked up in the airports, and that's exactly what's going to happen on the West Coast. We've got a powerful storm hitting Northern California. We're already seeing problems. San Francisco, we just told you about the 175 flights or so and still climbing. We've got those 36-mile-per-hour winds, fairly steady in that area, 90-mile-per-hour gusts near Eureka. So
fierce winds definitely part of the story. We had a 59-mile-per-hour wind in Marin County. We're going to see those winds. Many are saying not seen in years. Mike Bettis is going to join us in a moment with how this is going to affect places like San Francisco.
Look at the cameras dance,
Obviously, there's probably going to be speed restrictions on some of those bridges, too.
Well, you know, because when you're driving across that bridge, and of course you can see the wind direction right through that line, that's going to broadside the cars. The cars want to get pushed to the side of the bridge. And let me tell you, on a long bridge like that, that's not fun.
Lowe's presents How to Sing a Duet.
Bells, bells, all the way.
Give the gift of portable power this season with InstaBoost. Now only $79 at Lowe's.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
Find it. Go out there and find that place. Because only you know where you're going. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is life. And it begins.
Find perfect gifts during Belle's Mega Coupon Spectacular. Shop Friday and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. 2-day bell ringers store-wide. Dresses for her, 40% off. Izod Sportswear for men, 40% off. Sleepwear for the family, 50% off. Carter's and Oshkosh, 40% off. 50% off holiday decor. And 40 to 50% off team apparel. Print your Mega Savings coupon online to take $10 off when you spend $25 or more. It's Belle's Mega Coupon Spectacular. Friday and Saturday. Great brands, great selection, great value. Belle's.
Every footballer at every club, every hero we know and love, every grafter, every brute, every speed merchant in flashy boots, every bloke who takes a spill, every lovely bit of skill, every thrill supporters seek in the Premier League every week.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit your local Toyota dealer today for amazing deals on your favorite Toyota models. Toyota, let's go places.
800-883-5467. Go online to consumercellular.com or go to a Target or Sears store today.
Home improvement improved with the Home Depot Project of the Week. We take you step by step through great seasonal tips and easy-to-do projects for your home and garden. Every Saturday morning on Weather Center Live. And for more information and inspiration for your next how-to project, go to weather.com/Home Depot.
Currently in our area, 49 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, abundant sunshine. High 69. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 50. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
"19 minutes after the hour, take a look at these pictures, and wow, these homes. This is just tough luck. This is in Aberdeen, Washington, and you can see how the high tides and the winds have just taken these homes apart right along the shores of Aberdeen, west of Aberdeen, Washington. Homeowners there started clearing out their things when they first heard about the storm. The area is known for severe erosion around there. Nearly 200 homes have been destroyed in that area since the 1920s. So strong winds and rain. Mike, I was just searching about Aberdeen and just found this out. Grace Harbor Community Hospital says that this woman, Jessica Ortiz Delgado, delivered earlier this month a 15-pound baby. Now, normal babies are about 7.5 pounds. The baby's doing great. Everything's great. But that's in the Grace County Hospital. That's right there in Aberdeen, Washington. So yeah, one baby at 15 pounds.
Wow.
Anything you want?
No, I'm good. I just hope my wife doesn't have a 15-pounder.
I was just saying, how are we doing? Okay.
We're good. I think she's only gained 15 pounds. So anyway, so what's going on in the West here is, obviously we've got some big issues at the coast because we've had big waves, all driven by wind, of course, and wind's going to be one of the big issues with this huge western storm, of course. I look at some of the buoys this morning, Sam. We've got some significant wave heights out there. You look at, we've got about 20 footers out here in Northern California, so obviously erosion could be a very large issue for us here as the persistent winds are just driving in off the Pacific here, and it means the waves will be crashing here. The storm reports are coming in fast and furious now. We'll take you up here into Northern California around Crescent City, McNamara Field, and non-thunderstorm wind gusts, by the way, at 53. We take you down toward El Cerrito, and this is the California Highway Patrol. This is just outside of San Francisco. This is at East Pinole Road. We've got 3 lanes blocked as a tree fell on a big rig here, okay? So it's been a... I'll take you right down to that location, by the way. We'll take you right down to I-80 that is blocked right now at East Pinole Road. If you look in here, it's right there where the blockage occurs, so it's likely either this tree right here that fell on the truck or maybe that tree right there. They're saying that the tree was so big that chainsaws weren't working on it. They had to get in there and get some wreckers to get that off. But I-80, 3 out of 4 lanes eastbound are blocked. That's a big slowdown for you this morning because of the wind, but there's the wind just driving in to the coast here. It's going to mean huge issues for us. Gusts as high as 140 miles an hour at the highest peaks, but San Francisco high wind warnings for us. Notice how everything slides southbound tomorrow, becomes a big Southern California issue tomorrow for LA and San Diego. Sacramento, here are winds today. Right now at 18, ramping up to 40 miles per hour through the middle of the day and then tapering off later in the day. Monterey will be close to 40 miles an hour, middle of the day today. Easy damage could happen here. 42 in San Francisco right now. We're at 25, so wind's obviously a big time problem for us here. Again, the low itself spinning up here with the cold front that extends off of it, but really all it means is huge plume of moisture, a huge plume of snow. And Maria, we know big time wind. I think wind overall becomes the most damaging impact of this California storm.
I'm going to take your storm and I'm going to raise you bigger winds and waves. Take a look at this. When we say it's amazing out there, this is exactly what we mean. Huge waves crashing on to Scotland's coastline. Winds were gusting up to 80 miles per hour, cutting power to more than 17,000 on Wednesday. The extreme weather blamed on what meteorologists call a weather bomb. And I'll tell you, we've got another perspective. You know, we love our gorgeous graphics. You want to talk about weather bomb. Can you find it on the map? Look at all the swirls. And this storm, this bomb, produced incredible winds. We were talking wind gusts of 144 miles per hour. They were sustained close to 100 miles per hour. And I'll tell you, it sent that surge of water. Those waves were 50 to 100 feet as they crashed along the coastlines. Now we're going to head to the west coast and kind of give you a comparison. I don't want to say it looks smaller and is smaller, but it kind of does. There's the swirl. Very impressive, obviously, but max winds here are gusting to that 90 mile per hour wind range, sustained at 40, 50 miles per hour. That one across Europe is winding down. This one is gearing up. So we're seeing the same kind of effects with that push of water and the big waves and, of course, the big wind. Obviously, this is the one that we're going to be watching the next few days, move across California and the Pacific Northwest, and it eventually brings some much-needed snow to portions of the West that in dire need of it. We're talking the Rockies, places that have unfortunately been in a little bit of a snow drought where they're basically mowing the lawn right now, places like Salt Lake City. So, Sam, two sides of the world, but two giant storms.
Maria, is that real-time population data like the lights on the West Coast as well?
Isn't that great? It's real time. Yeah, we're waiting for the sun to come up, so we're still seeing the lights on.
I am in awe of your graphics, young lady. That is amazing. The wind data swirls and the real-time population data of the lights on the West. Only right here on the Weather Channel on AMHQ. All right, Winter Storm Damon is just not quitting. And in some places like the Northeast, we're getting feet of snow. They were at 2 feet right around where Jim is. And so we're going to talk to Jim Cantore. And as you head out the door this morning, you're likely to encounter some pockets of blowing snow. We'll talk about.
This program brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event is here, now through January 5th.
And then Santa's workers zapped it right to our house. And that's how they got it here.
Cool.
The magic of the season is here at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. This is the pursuit of perfection.
The clock is ticking, so let's grab the list and go to town. You don't need a lot of this to make someone feel like that, especially if you give them one of these. Holiday to-dos? Let's get them done today at the one place that can help us bring it all home. That's How to Holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Your choice of these compressor combo kits, just $199.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
Insurance, find me money.
I got you $1.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm, there to help you get to a better state.
I like to mix things up a bit with Grand's Mini Pot Pies. Only 4 ingredients and a few easy steps. Weeknight dinner in a flash, and my family devours them. Pillsbury Grand's biscuits make dinner pop.
From restoring damage in just one room to an entire building, turn to the cleanup team that's here in your community and here to help at 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened.
When the game's on the line,
hit them with a hard count. See if they'll tip their hand.
The NFL trusts Duracell Quantum to power their game day communication.
Who puts it up the gut? Get out of the pocket.
Duracell Quantum lasts up to 35% longer than the competition.
When you feel good, no one is immune. With antioxidants, electrolytes, and B vitamins, plus more vitamin C than 10 oranges, Emergency transforms more than just water. Emergency, let your awesome out.
We got this one. We got Pepper. Did he help pick it out? No, he's a cat. Is this mine? That one's for Alice, but she doesn't know it yet. Why not? Mom says she's still cooking.
Capture your memories with Hallmark keepsake ornaments.
You can change your style to express your unique personality. So why can't you do the same with your eye color? We at Alcon believe you can. Introducing new Air Optics Colors prescription contact lenses. Its unique 3-in-1 color technology blends with your own eye color for a naturally beautiful look with comfort all month long. Virtually try on your perfect color and get a free trial offer at airopticscolors.com.
Omega-3s are one of the essential nutrients to support your heart health. But even with a healthy diet rich in omega-3s, many people don't get enough. That's why I recommend omega-3 supplements to support your heart health.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 49 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, abundant sunshine. High 69. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 50. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 70. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Past the hour, and welcome back to Amy 2. Is that stunning, gorgeous, wintry scene? Saratoga, New York, good morning to you. A gorgeous snowy landscape. Still some snow in the air from Winter Storm Damon. Not much additional accumulation expected, but you can see those snowflakes flying in that live camera right there.
And look, as far as the eye can see there, those snow-capped trees, just all the way out to the horizon line.
Beautiful.
Saratoga, New York, you're gorgeous. All right, let's take a look at St. Louis this morning. And again, at a beautiful look at the arch. 32 degrees, feels like 28 right now. Some locations, even around the St. Louis area, according to weather.com, and we watch them all the time, are creating a little bit of pockets of light snow across even St. Louis this morning. 40 degrees is your high temperature today.
And our last stop, of course, is stormy San Francisco, the city by the bay, taking a beating from our major West Coast storm. You can see the camera shaking, winds bouncing around that camera. High wind warning, obviously, in effect. That heavy rain will continue today and tomorrow. And of course, we have our crews. We have Chris Warren and Paul Goodlow out in San Francisco.
The other thing, if you know the camera's shaking like that and you see all those lights across the bridge, imagine being in one of those cars that's just trying to... Yeah, exactly.
And then you feel the bounce.
And a tight grip on the wheel, because that's a long bridge. All right, pow, maps on the floor. Hey, maps on the wall. We'll start with that West Coast system because it truly is, you know, sometimes we say garden hose. This is